Welcome back, guys. Today we have another amazing video. I just finished watching a video of Tom Kieran, and he explained this perfectly, and I felt like I should relay this message to people who don't watch it. Be something wonderful if you haven't tapped in. But right now I have like 30 minutes to get ready because I just got out of work, got home, did my thing, then boom, I'm here, ironing my t-shirt, getting ready for my dance class. But what he talked about today, right, was the fact that we are all that is, right? What does that mean? That we are every single identity, perception experience happening at the same time, right? And if we are every single identity and experience happening at the same time, right? Doesn't that mean that we are also experiencing what we want at the same time, right here, right now? So, that being said, we understand this, right? I've relayed the foundation to you guys. We're one with the creator, one with God. We are all that is, right? Every single perception, experience, and identity. Featuring my dog right here. We are all that is. Everything's happening right here, right now. Every single perception, identity, everything's happening right here, right now, because you have a perception on what's going on right here, and that is your life. You switch up that perception, you switch up how you view that perception, you change your life, right? You change the trajectory of your life, the unfolding of your life. So, with that being said, what he talked about was when you have those unpreferred thoughts and circumstances and feelings going on, right? You're now you start questioning, and this is from my experience, and I might, you know what? I might be thinking that we have similar experiences. I could be wrong. But when we have these thoughts and these circumstances that are totally opposite to what we want, and we understand this information, sometimes we're just like, what the heck's going on? How do we fix it? And then you start like trying to imagine new things and trying to remember the foundation and everything, kind of panicking, which is totally okay. It's totally okay because we are all that is. We are all perceptions, all identities, right? Now, because we are all that is, we are the observer, right? That means we are all power. Nothing is tied to us. We're not tied to anything. Nothing is tied to us. We understand we have access to every single identity and perception. We are above it all in that peace and bliss that God has bestowed onto us, right? He has made us one with Him to experience life as a human being and to know ourselves as one with Him. So, when you have these thoughts and circumstances, how can we absolutely be that power, know ourselves as that power, right? How can we do that? Is to look at those circumstances, look at these appearances, right? And decide, say, and declare that you allow those appearances to be there. That they don't just pop up, you allow it to pop up. You let it pop up, and you allow it to pop up, and you know that because you're allowing it to pop up, that you are in control of them. That you are not even in control, like you see it from the perspective of understanding that you are the observer, and it's part of that infinite part of experiences that you are observing. And when it pops up, you allow it. You've allowed it because you allow it because you understand that you are all that is. If you allow it, that means you're all that is. That you are happening here and now. That everything's happening right here and right now. When you understand that, then you can allow it. Then you can allow it by just letting it be. He had another great analogy today talking about when you're watching a movie, right? And you start talking, right? You miss the movie. You start talking and like kind of analyzing the movie and doing this and that and like getting distracted. You miss the entire movie, right? You're focused on something else besides the movie. So he's saying that with your focus and everything, instead of focusing on like the circumstances and appearances, right? Trying to fix them, trying to be like, how do I get out of this? Or when they pop up, you're like, hey, I thought I was all that is, and everything's happening here and now, and I declared my desire. Where is it? Why isn't it popping up? You let it be. You allow it. You allow this part of the movie to play, right? But because you're the observer, one with God, all that is, you get to go into the back of the film, right? Wherever they had that projector back in the day and just filming the movie. That's what he was saying. Never seen that in my life, you know? Never seen that in my life. I seen it in like, you know, cartoons or something. But you change the film roll, right? Quietly, because you're not interrupting the movie. You're letting it play out. You're allowing everything there. And when you're changing the film roll, that means you are, okay, I allow this to happen, but I understand who I am. So I'll let this happen. But who I truly am is I'm living the life of my dreams. I am that observer, that one with God. I know everything's happening here and now, that there are no conditions to be met to experience what I want. And I choose to live there. And I choose to live in the observer mode where all power is. All my power is. Where I see this experience, this perspective as part of all that is, and I just allow it. I allow it to be there. Yo, I think I suck at this. Okay, we're gonna try it one more time. I haven't ironed in like 6 months. So yeah, like we are all that is. So when you allow those thoughts, you have regained that power over him. That's not you. That's not you. Like, you understand you're not tied to them, but you understand that is always happening. That is always happening. That's here and now, and you're allowing that to happen because you understand that's always happening. And there's nothing to fix, nothing to change. You just remember who you are, and you are remembering who you are by allowing them, right? That it's like 2 + 3 = 5, and 3 + 2 = 5, right? You are allowing, like, when you allow those thoughts or those circumstances, you are automatically being one with God. Now choose, select where you want to be, select the person you want to be, select the identity you want to experience. You're like, okay, what do I prefer? Right? You're letting this happen now, right? You're letting your experience happen, your unpreferred circumstance. Now you're like, okay, what do I prefer? What do I prefer that happens right now in my reality? What do I prefer to experience and have the perspective of? Boom. Now you allow everything to be there, and you allow everything to unfold perfectly. You declare that everything's unfolding perfectly because I understand who I am. Woo! This shirt is good because I understand who I am. I understand who I am. Oh my God. And you are free. You have freed yourself of those strands. Of not the strands, like, yeah, the strands, like, you think you're being controlled by something outside of you, that you have no power, no control, but here you are now. You understand that all I have to do is allow those thoughts and circumstances. You allow it by saying, oh, by coming back to knowing that you are all that is, that you are the creator, the observer. Because you are the observer, you always allow everything. Because you are observing everything. You know what I'm saying? You always allow everything because you are observing everything. You're one with God. It's that simple. And that's where you hold your true power. That's where you stop looking outside of you. That's where you stop looking outside of you and not judging those appearances righteously. We can combine it with everything that we know, that, hey, we are the observer, that when we see these circumstances out here or appearances out here that we don't prefer, pull them back in. Integrate them back into this oneness that you are the observer, that you are observing everything, that everything's happening here and now. So you allow it to happen. It's not why is it popping up when I decided that I'm all that is. I'm all that is. Of course it's happening. I have allowed it to happen. I have allowed it to happen. But I have allowed it to happen, not but, and I'm living this. I'm actually identifying with this. I'm perceiving this reality. I'm living here because that's where I want to live. That's who I want to be. Hey, man, it's still wrinkly. I'm not that good at this, but it's all good. We learn. We move. You know what? I am good at this. See, I've integrated. I'm allowing this part of my perspective to, or this experience to happen, where I'm like, okay, I'm not good at ironing my shirt. Now I'm coming back right here, right now. Integrating that into myself. Part of all that is. Not like, hey, I don't need to fix that. I don't need to try to fix being good at this. I am good at ironing my shirts. My shirts are crispy clean, super like put together because of my ironing skills. That's it. There's no condition to be met for me to say that, for me to experience that, to have that perspective. Now we do that weighing thing, right? I'm living the life of my dreams. I'm making millions of dollars. All right, I'm helping people out. I built a strong community and a great social group, having the most wonderful life I could have ever dreamed of. And I'm allowing everything to unfold perfectly. I'm allowing this to happen. I'm allowing that to happen because I'm all that is. That means everything exists right here, right now, but I'm directing it. I am directing it by saying it's unfolding perfectly because right here, right now is exactly where I want to be. Exactly what I want. Not where I want to be in terms of, okay, this is happening. I'm going to like settle for this. I'm going to tolerate this. No, I'm literally living the life of my dreams right now. I see it. I feel it. I understand that this is a part of all that is. So I allow it because it's always there. It's always going to be there. It's a part of my experience, right? A part of anyone's experience. Integrate it back in. And now tell your story how you like to be, how you would like it to be. How would you prefer it to be? You decide, you tell it. And I honestly don't think I'm going to wear this shirt. That's a wrap, guys. Don't think I'm going to wear this shirt to my dance class. Waste of time. I really thought I was going to wear it. You know what? We'll see. Guys, follow my socials. They're going to be in the description. I really hope this message hit today. When I heard Tom Karen talk about it, I was astonished. And I'm going to integrate that into the fundamentals that we have built, right? Because it's important, it makes sense, and it's just allowing everything to happen is your true nature, right? But then who you really are is living the life of your dreams right now. So you get to choose and experience and storytell how you want it to storytell. Decide who you are, and you don't have to try to act like it, right? You understand that you are acting like it no matter what the appearances see, because you allow it to happen. You're like, this is unfolding perfectly into me acting and doing exactly what I want to do. All right, guys, have a wonderful day, because you're always having a wonderful day, and stay blessed. Cheers.